This is Vision and Scarlet Witch 3 from the 80s. This is the 4-issue miniseries, not the 12-issue one that came after. This is pretty good because it doesn't really focus on the Vision or Scarlet Witch, but instead on Wonder Man. These comics are now hard to buy because the MCU scalpers say that they are worth like $50 each now. And I'm going to do one of my big questions. You know me, I do a big question every video. And today I want to know what everybody's favourite Wonder Man design is. Kurt Busey is of the mindset that every Wonder Man costume is awful, which is why his run introduced what might be the most boring and lifeless design for Wonder Man ever. Kurt Busey is wrong, like he always is, and Wonder Man has had some decent looks over the years. My favourite is either his original green costume or his brief 1993 costume that he wears in issue 1 of Force Works. I obviously didn't mind this Christopher Reeve in a bathrobe design, since it is a classic look. And I didn't mind his black and red costume, the one that he wears for most of West Coast Avengers. Story here is that the Vision has been damaged. He has lost an arm, and now all the Avengers have gone to visit him in hospital. And this is the backstory to how he lost his arm. Alternatively, just go and read issue 2. But getting back to things that Kurt Busey hated, he hated that Jason Bourne came along after this and retconned it so that Vision wasn't the original Human Fire. I was into that because I hated that idea. Vision doesn't need the extra thing of being built from the original Human Fire. He has enough connections and ties to Marvel history. He doesn't need one more complication. I'm not a fan. It is needless. But Wonder Man is needed in the operating room because of his connection to the Vision. Vision is based on Wonder Man's brain patterns. That is an example of one of those things that Vision already had, and why he didn't also need the Human Fire stuff. And so what we have here is effectively a blood transfusion of sorts, even though neither of these characters have what is traditionally blood. And here is another aspect of Vision that proves my point that he has enough history already. He was created by, and he is the son of Ultron. All this was done before the reveal about him being the original Human Fire. Wonder Man, Ultron, Scarlet Witch. He had all these connections already, and he didn't need one more. He felt complete enough. Didn't worry though, it's not all Vision having hallucinations, because Wonder Man's brother, Jim Reaper, he attacks the hospital. Oh God, there is another thing that could be thrown in with the Vision's mythos. He very definitely did not need the original human fire added to him. And I think what makes that point even more evident is how infrequently that is ever brought up. Jim Reaper, he has a constantly evolving relationship with the Vision and Wonder Man. Initially, he believed that the Vision was his brother, reborn as an andrew. He tried to coax Vision into siding with him by promising to get him back into a human body. But then when the Vision opposed Jim with the Avengers, Jim Reaper started despising the Vision and saying how he wasn't his real brother and that it was like the Avengers were playing a mean joke on him with his dead brother. Then, when Wonder Man came back to life, Jim Reaper pretty much did the same thing. He wanted Wonder Man to be his brother, but when Wonder Man also sided with the Avengers against them, Jim Reaper hated them, and he wanted to kill both his false brothers. And that is where we are at here. And this video has mostly been gunning our Jim Reaper's history and the stupid original human fire retcon. So Wonder Man and the Vision, they defeat Jim Reaper and they decide in a heartwarming ending that together they are more brothers than Jim Reaper is theirs. Quite a nice way to grow the dynamic between these characters, and it lasts for a fair bit after this before Jason Bourne resets it back to them being rivals. See, Jason Bourne, he did a good retcon with saying that the Vision was never actually the original human fire. But then he did a bad thing by getting rid of the character growth and the brother stuff between Wonder Man and the Vision. This issue, if you are a fan of Wonder Man, you might want to read this. It's easy to overlook or miss out, but it does have a pretty big development for Wonder Man that will define his relationship with the Vision for the next couple of years. Story-wise, it's okay for what it is. It's a decent Wonder Man story. I think it could be better. Get rid of the hallucinations. Give us a bit more Jim Reaper. That'd be what I'd want, but it's still completely readable as is. 7 thumbs up.